good afternoon to all of you. And it's such a great privilege and an honor to have the son of our founder, Professor V. Subramanian, who founded this association way back in 1957. His son, Sundaram sir, has kindly consented to grace this occasion, especially when he came to know about 27 years के बाद मुंबई में this program is happening. He and his daughter Sarita ma'am, she has also come. Thank you ma'am. Both of them agreed to grace this occasion and give their blessings to all of us. We are the next or next to next generation of Subramaniam sir. Whatever, I have never been able to meet him, or many of us over here were probably not even born that time. And he started something for the future of the generations to come, not just one or two generation. अपने बच्चों के लिए तो बहुत लोग करते हैं, but दूसरों के बच्चों के लिए कुछ करना, I think is something. This is really a great moment and a great occasion, not only for me but for whole of AFSTI, that in the guise of Sundaram sir, we are having Sakshat Professor V. Subramaniam attending this conference. A big round of applause to Professor V. Subramanian. And the credit, I think, goes to none other than Dr. Debjani ma'am, who actually, when we were just brainstorming about the whole IFCoST and about AFSTI, she said, "Oh, I know somebody who is associated with AFSTI," and that came as a big shock, as a big surprise when he said that, when she said that it is Professor V. Subramanian's son who is there in Mumbai. I mean, I was like, I immediately stood up from the chair and, "Madam, we have to do this any case." So thank you madam for your guidance. A couple of months back, in fact about 4-5 months back, when we met Dr. Debjani ma'am, requesting her that there is something called as AFSTI and there is something called as IFCoST which is going to happen in Mumbai, and we were brainstorming on what has to be done, how it has to be done. The kind of smile that she has given at that time, that smile is actually completely laser printed on my mind and my heart, madam. That smile talks a lot. I'm just talking few words about Dr. Debjani madam. That smile talks about that you are doing good work. That smile talks about you are not doing good work. Please be careful. And that smile also talks about that if you don't do good work, I am going to take care of it myself. So that's the terror and the happiness going together in that smile is something which a unique, only goddess Sakshat Saraswati that can show that kind of thing. So thank you madam for all your blessings to this particular conference IFCoST. Now moving to just for the information sir of especially Sundaram sir. Sir, our chief guest for today is Dr. Palani Muthuswamy sir. He is from NIFTM. Already we have been introduced. So NIFTM director. Yes, yes, and that whole institute was set up by Professor Subramaniam. So I think this is a double whammy that we are having. So Professor V. Subramaniam really, I mean, not for generations, one or two generations, but generations to come, setting up an association, setting up an institute, which today the students are very proudly calling it as NIFTM Tanjavur. So how Professor Subramaniam sir has blessed this particular 2024, I will tell you. That when I came to, when we all came, me, secretary sir, our treasurer sir, we all came along with Mumbai chapter people. Debjani madam gave the information about this, and then second is that we went to meet the directors of NIFTEM, and Palani Muthuswamy sir said that, okay, I will be sending 100, more than 100 students from Tanjavur to you, and then they readily agreed to sponsor this event and then help also with MOFPI. So I think God was just uh, raining out the doles on the whole of the CEC, that okay, आपने ये मांगा आपको दे दिया, दूध मांगा तो खीर देंगे. So that's what we got when we were talking to a lot of people. And thank you, Dr. Palani Muthuswamy, our chief guest for today, for really blessing us with not just the students, but more importantly the money, because the money, पैसा नहीं होता है तो कुछ नहीं होता है. And many times it is said that ki in the association there is always a dearth of money, paisa, but whole ocean of passion. So I think with that passion and paisa coming together, we were able to put up a very big project for the students. Thank you, sir, for this. Few recap of what happened for the 4 days. A pre-conference workshop, which was again, sir, blessed by the same association which Professor Subramaniam sir started. We put this across to our trust, AFSTI trust, and they said that this is a very unique concept of having a pre-conference, and if you promise that this would be done every year, we will be funding it through the trust. So the AFSTI trust funded this pre-conference program, which wherein initially 200 people were supposed to register, but on the day of 18th, when we went to the rooms, we were like shocked to receive around 320 students in that pre-conference workshop. So career guidance on different opportunities which exist for students in different fields of food science and technology, maybe industry, government, laboratories, startup, entrepreneurship, all these. There were such excellent speakers across the whole day of 18th, and we never came to know that the day has ended. We were just going on listening to the oceans of knowledge, that was the wisdom that was coming from these speakers. So that was the 18th, and then 19th on the inauguration, blessed by who's of who of food science and technology across the country. Right from we had people coming from Kashmir to Thrissur, Kanyakumari I won't say because there is no chapter in Kanyakumari, but Thrissur yes, and right from Mumbai to people coming in from northeast Tejpur. So wide encompass, we had more than 1300 delegates coming for this particular conference, 4 days of bonanza, a mega event, what I fondly call it as Kumbh Mela. We all call it as Kumbh Mela of the food science and technologists. And the 20th was the whole of technical sessions. More than 120 speakers, sir, were speaking on various aspects of the 4 pillars of this particular conference, that is food safety, food security, food standards, and food sustainability. This was coined at the start of exactly 1 year back, 1 year and 10 days back. That is on 10th of December. This was coined actually, that we will be having the next IFCoST on these 4 principles. And this today, we had a very excellent session. I am sure there will be a recap of that by Chinmay coming shortly. Recap of the technical session by Shubha shortly. I would like to tell here that this would not have been possible. Of course, this is not a formal Thanksgiving, but as a president, I think I need to really thank a lot of people over here. The student volunteers, the in charges, Aman ji, Vedika ji, and Rishel. All, if you 3 of you are here, if can you please stand up? Or they are still busy with the work? Yeah, but I think a big round of applause to these 3 people and their team members. They probably would not have eaten or even had water. We were asking them for tea, but I am sure they would not have a tea for last 3 days. So they deserve really hats off from all of us. And then not to forget the teachers of the School of Biotechnology and Bioinformatics. Uh, अभी तक तो ये बोला जाता था कि teachers are meant only for teaching you in the four walls of the classroom, but this is something which I have witnessed firsthand, and many of you would have witnessed firsthand that the teachers are I don't know how to put, there is no word for that, there's no word. They were the gods for the last 4 days, and Dr. Marar, Dr. Arpita Gupte, Ashish Dabade, Mala Parab, Naveen Padamdas, Dr. Bhakti, Dr. Sheetal, Dr. Nilima, Dr. Reshma, the names goes on, and but I should take those names. Dr. Preeti, Dr. Sachin, Dr. Ganesh, Dr. Anuja, Dr. Reshmi, Dr. Navmi, Dr. Mahesh, Dr. Sucheta, Dr. Subhash, Dr. Madhavi, Dr. Sagar, Dr. Pramod Kumar, Dr. Pratik and Dr. Viba. 23 of these faculties were working 24/7. तो एक और एक ऐड कर देते थे मैडम, तो 24 हो जाता. 24/7 they were working. Yes, ma'am herself. Oh, that was the Sutradhar, the magician, the PC Sarkar of all these team. 23 of them tirelessly working 24/7. It was very difficult. How many of you would have observed the pain or the hardship that they were going through with the smiles behind those smiles and behind those eyes that were looking at us and trying to help us every time whenever we were doing something. Those eyes were actually following us that okay, main hu, and everybody, hats off to the teachers. There are no words for you. A big round of applause. Of course, madam, there would be a formal vote of thanks. I am not taking the limelight out of the treasurer's vote of speech, but this is something coming out of my heart, madam, that I wanted to say this. I'm not making it lengthy and I'm not making you feeling anything boring, but probably this is a learning for a lot of students sitting out there that managing a 4 days conference is not an easy task, and everybody's contributions come into picture. It is not just one person or 1 or 2 or 3, 4 people doing the thing. It is inclusiveness, which we always talk about in our AFSTI, that how do we include more and more people in our association. This is a classic example, a case study of how inclusiveness can lead to some success stories. Apart from this, people who are not seen, probably they are there, but we don't see them. They are behind everybody. They are behind the stage. They are in front of the stage, and we actually do not see them. And those are the non-teaching support staff. They were the true saviors of all these 24/7 gods that were working. All the AFSTI CEC members, all the AFSTI members, the students who were working, वो सिर्फ 12 लोग were actually doing lot of things which, how many of you have noticed it? Would be really great if we would have noticed it. SK Roy, Prashant More, Sanjay, Mahesh, Prashant, Pratik, Suhas, Dinesh, Sudhir, Ramesh, Shivnarayan and Rakesh ji. All these 12 people. So 24 log, 12 log, I think everything is in, it is all even out. So these were the people who really worked so hard. So a big round of, once again, a big round of applause to DY Patil. I would fail in my duty if I actually do not thank the Survey Sarva of DY Patil as an organization. Initially, the whole program was scheduled to be held at the International Convention Center, which is the center of excellence. And that is such a big, beautiful venue. When we all saw that, Naveen sir, if you remember, when we saw that, it was like, how many of you have seen that venue? Very few, right? Next time, I hope that once in our lifetime, we will hold one big conference over there in that venue, because looking at that venue, I could see myself like Amitabh Bachchan on the stage and singing Sara Zamana. So that's the kind of stage it was. And the four halls, such a beautiful creation. He is a creator. Patil sir, with the senior Patil sir, is a creator of this particular thing, or I don't know what we should call it, as the place, the institution, what he has. Yeah, a visionary who could think of something that can happen few years afterwards. So it's our duty to thank the Patil family, Dr. Ashok Patil, Dr. Vijay Patil, Dr. Mrs. Patil, Madam, and even the Vice Chancellor of this university, the Dean of this medical college, Dr. Rajiv Rao. Yeah. These people, I mean, when there was a challenge that we had to move this thing, I was really terrified. And madam just said, "Oh, it happens. This happens." And we are shifting to just 2-3 buildings away, and it was a medical college. And when we went to meet the Dean sir was like, he is a par excellence. I don't know, not apart from medical profession, he should run one event management company also, because Red Chili's entertainment would be put to shame on how event can happen. And this is what has come out of this whole discussion that has happened. And support from all the colleges. First time we had institutional partners all across India, Banaras Hindu University, Kashmir University, NIFTEMS, SNDT University, ICT of course, and DY Patil, but MIT. There were so many institutes who actually came as a part of institutional partners. There were this again, sir, madam, sir, this program was unique that we had lot of emphasis on analytical, not just because I am from analytical background myself as a profession, but the first few support that came for this organization was from the analytical partners, the laboratory partners, who are the suppliers of these instruments and equipments, and they are the people who are going to help the students really gain the insights of the chemistry, microbiology, molecular biology of what they do in food science and food technology. So thank you to all those sponsors who came. Then there were company sponsors who came. Some beautiful programs that were designed. Of course, that would be covered by Shubha. So I will not cover that part. But there are volumes and volumes to speak, and maybe sometimes I would write all these things down and send it across to all of you if possible. But very grateful to the kind of support that came from every nook and corner of the people who are part and not part of this association. Lastly, apart from my CEC who has been with me rock solid, there was other very important group of people, and that is, I can't see Prabodh Halde. Okay, probably he is organizing another event, maybe a bigger scale than this. So he has gone out. But AFSTI Mumbai chapter, President Chinmay, Vice President Ritesh, Secretary Madam, Dr. Jyoti, Vice President Dr. Shalini. शालिनी बोला तो मेरे को कल्चरल इवेंट याद आ गया. That was that gave goosebumps. Hair-raising experience of how the Maharashtra, the love of Maharashtra, Shivaji Maharaj has actually dealt with the adversities that he faced during his lifetime. So all these things really has been great 4 days. Thank you very much. I think I should end. Yes, thank you, Shubha. Shubha का काम यही है एज अ नेशनल वाइस प्रेसिडेंट फ्रॉम मुंबई, दैट जहाँ जहाँ पे प्रेसिडेंट को तकलीफ हो रही है वहाँ पे वो एक छोटा सा मेडिसिन टैबलेट दे देती है. एंड थैंक यू शुभा फॉर ऑल दैट थिंग दैट यू हैव डन फॉर me as Nilesh as the president, as well as for the AFSTI. Thank you, Shubha, so much. Thank you. This man, no words for him. I think जो भी देवजानी मैडम ने सिखाया है सब लोगों को, you can see the smiles. ये इतना handsome लड़का है. I can take the liberty of calling him ladka, but for you guys, he's a professor. So, and you are fortunate that you have a very handsome professor. Dr. Ashish, he was a student at our own alma mater, ICT. And I remember his sentence that when people were saying, अरे ये problem है, ये ऐसा हो गया वैसा, तो ये एकदम ठंडा दिमाग से बोलता है, that's the fun. If there is no problem, what is the use of we doing the things? And I think that I think it deserves this particular statement that it's fun. A big round of applause to Dr. Ashish. Yes. Anyone I have missed out, Shubha? Huh?
Yes, I think you have missed out Dr. Naveen Padmadasa, who has been a quiet worker, dealt with the Pendal fellow, you know, who came back several times with all kinds of retaliations, and he had to go yesterday to Delhi, and so he managed, he's a multitasker, right? And he did with a cool head. He actually said to the vendor, look, तुमको चाहिए तो हम तुम्हारा पाँव भी पकड़ सकता है, लेकिन हमारा ये जो पंडाल है इस तरीके से होना चाहिए, ऐसा होना चाहिए, ऐसा दिखना चाहिए. So a big round of applause for Dr. Naveen.
So Thalaiva, I would say, and he actually I had already a word for him, but I did not say that. It slipped out of my mind. Thank you, madam, for with the again smile she has said, "Bhai, tum idhar mistake kar raha hai." So our Thalaiva has been the Rajnikant for us, doing all tack, 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 and then the whole of the stalls were getting raised and all the things were just happening. Last minute halls we did, the posters hall that we did, all that Dr. Naveen, I think, hats off to you, sir. Just gun, please keep it with yourself. So thank you very much, all of you. I would let us move on to the next thing. Lastly, my family. Apart from Mumbai chapter, I also have one family which stays at my home. And I did not mention their name any time. They have seen the ups and downs of the whole thing, that how it has unfolded in last 1 year. So my wife, Dr. Preeti Amritkar, my daughter Madhura, she's just like all of you there, sitting 20 each. Matlab, I can see Madhura everywhere sitting there. And my mother, Sunanda Amritkar. So thanks to all three of them for tolerating me for whatever ups and downs were happening. I used to actually go back home and give everything, put it over there at house. So thanks to them. They are not listening, so I can very well take the liberty of thanking them. Oh, we are live? Okay. So thank you very much. Over to the coordinator, please. Dr. Naveen. Thank you so much.